This is a dream for me, to be able to compete with these guys, to be able to race basically these types of cars has been my dream my entire life.
You've got to actually drive the car. A lot of these cars you get in and it's about holding the steering wheel straight and not making a mistake, but with the Super Cup, you really got to drive it and kind of manhandle the car.
Super Cup Series, it's great. People need to come out and watch these races because it's a great series.
Constructed in the late 1920s as a half-mile dirt track, Jennerstown was paved into an asphalt oval in 1953. Today, this place serves a pivotal role in the Super Cup Stock Car Series in deciding who will rise to victory and who will falter to defeat. Two men understanding this more than anyone tonight are going to be our championship contenders, Kevin Cromer and Ron Langdon. Langdon has a 4th and an 8th though, so Cromer definitely has the advantage here at Jennerstown.
We're down to 4 races to decide the overall champion here in the Super Cup Stock Car Series, and the first of Twin 50s here tonight at Jennerstown is on the Speedway. Hello, everybody. I'm Gene Crane, along with Nathan Burke, covering all the action as we get down to action tonight. And the Bill's Wood Stoves 50, presented by National Appliances. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. Row number 1, Harvey Harrison in the 51 car has the pole, and Ben Ebling in the 44 lines up alongside him. Second row is J.J. Pack on the inside in the 61 car, and Kevin Cromer on the outside in car 77. Row 3, Bill Ashton has a 35 lined up on the inside, and Ron Langdon, who picked up his first ever Super Cup win. 1 race to go on the outside. Some local favorites here in row number 4, John Kemerinsky in the 33, and rookie Lauren Butler in car 53. Row number 5 will show Andrew Kostelnik starting on the inside, and Jared Brocker, car number 71, on the outside. Mike Potter takes the 14 from the inside of row number 6, and Quincy Sponseller in the 2 car on the outside. Rob Hint in the 05 lines up inside row number 7, and Jason Shue, driver of car number 3, is on the outside. Pair of cars not able to make the starters call tonight. Hayden Brothers, the 27 car, having engine problems earlier today, and Brent Nelson, an oil line causing him not to make this start. Field off at turn 4. Green is in the air, and we're underway here at Jennerstown, Pennsylvania. They'll haul it off into turn 1, where Harvey Harrison has a nose out in front of the 44 of Ben Ebling. Ebling still hanging on to the outside groove. They're 2x2x2 down to turn 3. It's Harrison, Ebling, then Pack, Cromer, and Ashton, your top 5 to complete lap number 1. J.J. Pack immediately goes to work on the inside lane, trying to get by the 77 of Kevin Cromer, but Cromer will prevail when they get back to turn 3. Cromer to third in the 77 car. Everybody chasing Harvey Harrison up off of turn 4 to complete lap number 2. 8-car freight train as the 44 Ben Ebling closed into the rear bumper cover of the 51 of Harvey Harrison. Harrison showing the way back to turn 3, up about a half a car width as they work off of turn 4. Ebling swings wide, nothing doing there. Back to turn 1. Ebling will look to the inside. Just not quite enough room to get by the 51 of Harvey Harrison. On board with Bill Ashton riding in the 5th position. Bill has his only career win in the Super Cup Series coming right here at Jennerstown, so no surprise to see that the 35 car is running very well here tonight. Down the front straightaway once again. Ashton looking at the rear bumper cover of that 61 car, J.J. Pack, former series champion, back in action here tonight. Meanwhile, Ebling's going to take a look to the inside of the 51 of Harrison. Harrison up the racetrack just a little bit, leaves the door open on the bottom, but Ben Ebling unable to capitalize, still looking to the inside, but Harvey Harrison in command of this event as they head out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Now Cromer closed in on the 44 of Ebling as if he had a chance to try to make a run at Ebling. We'll see how that shakes out. Meanwhile, Pack is there, Ashton is there. Add Ron Langdon, Lauren Butler to the mix. 8-car freight train back to turn 1, and Ashton taking a look to the inside of the 61 of J.J. Pack as we head to break. Here's a look at our top 5. Harvey Harrison, Ben Ebling, Kevin Cromer, J.J. Pack, and Bill Ashton. We'll be right back right after this. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Performance Fiberglass Products and by 104 Plus Performance. It all comes back to performance. Performing here at Jennerstown Speedway in the Laurel Mountains of Western Pennsylvania, Ben Ebling chasing Harvey Harrison. Ebling has been to victory lane 5 times so far this season. We spoke to him earlier about how he's got there.
A lot of it's just about knowing when to pass, when to put pressure on, and capitalizing on what you see in the car in front of you. Like where he's a little weak or where he's not going through the corner as well, that's where you need to capitalize and pass him at.
Ebling certainly trying to find a way to get around Harvey Harrison, but Harrison is stretched out a little bit as they go by Rob Hint and the 05 car down to turn 3. 2-car length advantage for Harvey Harrison over Kevin Cromer. Cromer's been to victory lane 6 times so far this season himself. Right behind them, J.J. Pack in that 61 car. Then Bill Ashton has got Ron Langdon and Lauren Butler nipping on the rear bumper cover of that 35 car. Here's Bill Ashton. So he rides behind J.J. Pack. 5th position as they work off a turn 4. Ashton's car running very well here tonight. J.J. Pack back in action. Came a new daddy not that long ago and showing the way right now in that 4th position. Here's Harrison, though, by himself. He's got 4 or 5 car lengths now over Ben Ebling. So Harrison trying to leg it out a little bit and get away from the pack. Ben Ebling not about to let him go. Harvey heads back to turn 3. And actually, Ebling's got to look in that rear view mirror. He's got Kevin Cromer and J.J. Pack right there on his rear bumper cover. On board with J.J. Pack. J.J. talked to us earlier about his thoughts about this half mile at Jennerstown Speedway.
Jennerstown, I love this place. It reminds me kind of Loudon a little bit, even though I've never ran there, but since it's like a cup track. But this track's flat and it's got a lot of grooves in it. That's why I like it so much.
J.J. may have not had a chance yet to run at Loudon, but he certainly got a chance to run at Daytona earlier this year in the ARCA Series. Field working by Quincy Sponseller in the 2 car. Quincy keeps that car down to the bottom side as leaders work by. Here comes J.J. Pack. He's got a run on Cromer. Pack to the inside in turn 3. Side by side through turns 3 and 4. J.J. Pack, we ride along with him as you see Cromer on the outside. Drive around the outside. Can he complete? He can complete the pass and once again put the 77 back in that 3rd position. Still chasing Harvey Harrison and Ben Ebling. And back in turns 3 and 4, we see that Ron Langdon is pulled alongside Bill Ashton. Langdon and Ashton with each a single victory in Super Cup competition, battling it out for a top 5 position so far. And the 61 of J.J. Pack will get into the outside wall at the exit of turn 2. This is an important race for Ron Langdon, and we talked to him earlier about its implications.
But we come out every race and try and just run the best we can, and we try and have fun doing it. So if at the end of the night, if we have a good night, it's fantastic. If we don't, we still come out of here with a smile on our faces, and we just dig every race. We just try and run as hard as we can every race and try and get the best finishes we can get. And if we wind up with the championship at the end of the year, that's going to be fantastic. If we don't, we'll be disappointed. I'm not going to lie, because we all come to win. But we're going to have a good time doing it, I can guarantee that.
I like the way this guy goes racing, and he certainly knows how to celebrate in victory lane. So does Ben Ebling. He's done it 5 times so far this year, and he's trying to look for number 6. But first, he's got to find a way around Harvey Harrison. Harrison actually running his car up in the middle groove, keeping some pretty good speed, but now Ebling starting to inch closer forward and got a nose out in front of Harrison by just a bit out of turn 2. Harrison will once again reassert the 51 back to the race lead. We'll be back with more action in the Super Cup Series here at Jennerstown with Harrison, Ebling, Cromer, Pack, and Ashton, your top 5. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Chalu Performance and by Sta-Bil Oil Stabilizer. Prevent corrosion above and below the oil line. Super Cup action at Jennerstown Speedway. Harvey Harrison, Ben Ebling, 1-2 from the drop of the green flag of the Bills Wood Stoves 50, presented by National Appliance. Back to turns 1 and 2 they go. Ebling right now 4 to 5 car lengths back, unable to close in. He did challenge several laps ago, but has settled down for the time being, waiting for his best chance to make another run for the race lead. Meanwhile, behind them, Cromer is third, JJ Pack fourth, Ashton fifth, and this is the battle for sixth. Lauren Butler, she's gone to the inside of the 17 of Ron Langdon, trying to take the spot away. She's a former track champion here at Jennerstown Speedway, and showing why her run here at Jennerstown has not been a fluke. She has certainly shown she can get the job done, battling with Ron Langdon outside the top 5 as the leaders have caught some traffic. Harrison slowed, has a lapped car in the way out of turn 2. Here comes Ebling trying to make up some ground. He's going to make up some distance, but not enough to challenge Harvey Harrison. They work out of turn 4 and back to start finish. Going back to Ron Langdon, one of our most recent winners here in the Super Cup Series. He's put together a tremendous 2019 season, and it's a bit unusual not to see him up inside the top 5.
Ron Langdon is currently running in 6th place, way off the pace of his championship rival, Kevin Cromer. I just talked to his pit crew, and they're saying he's a little bit tight off the corner. The car is tight for Ron Langdon.
Well, that would account for Ron Langdon using the middle and upper grooves, trying to keep that car freed up. Right now, Harvey Harrison looks in the rearview mirror. Here comes Ebling. He's within a half a car length down in turn 3. Battle for the race lead could be shaping up as we start to reach the closing stages of this event. On board with Bill Ashton. Ashton challenging for third. He and Cromer get together in turn 1. Cromer going around Ashton right front, making contact with the left rear quarter panel of Kevin Cromer's car. We're under caution for the first time here in this first win at Jennerstown, riding with Kevin Cromer. See the contact. Cromer lights him up. Oh, not quite enough to keep that car off the outside wall. Making contact with the left front. That would certainly cause me some concern with the control arms as well as ball joints on that left front. Crew's going to take a look at it. Nathan is down there.
Kevin Cromer seems to have gotten an incident with the 35. The question on my mind is, will Kevin Cromer be able to make it back out tonight? It looks as though the front left seems to be causing some issues. They can't seem to get it to stay down. I see him putting a lot of duct tape on it, just trying to make it work and get Kevin back into this race. And Kevin Cromer is back out on track.
A little bit of body work there after a look at the suspension that took the shot up there in turns 1 and 2 when he got in the wall. Kevin Cromer about to rejoin what is one of the premier tracks in the Super Cup Stock Car Series, presented by Grant County Mulch, Jennerstown Speedway, and our next event coming up in about a month at Dominion Raceway, 4/10 Mile Speedway over in Thornburg, Virginia. Cromer rejoins the field. We've got another lap or 2 being indicated before we go back green. So as we head to break, don't go away. We're headed towards the finish here at Jennerstown right after this. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Lincoln Welders and by 104 Plus Performance. It all comes back to performance. Super Cup action at Jennerstown Speedway. Gene Crane along with Nathan Burke bringing you the action as we ride along with JJ Pack, looking for a restart out of turn 4. Pack up on the outside of the second row with Bill Ashton ahead of them. The 51 of Harrison and the 44 of Ebling. They've been 1 and 2 from the drop of the green flag. This time, though, Ebling out of turn 2 is going to get a nose out in front of the 51 of Harvey Harrison. Harrison battles back, closes up that bottom lane, but gets loose out of turn 4. Ben Ebling, for the first time this afternoon, takes over the race lead. 44 out front, 51 of Harrison back to second. Third place battle is JJ Pack on the outside and Bill Ashton in the 35 on the inside. They work back to turns 1, actually 3 and 4. And it is Ashton who was pinched down to the bottom groove, unable to make a challenge. JJ Pack takes over third, but Ashton not willing to call that settled. Tried to take another look in the first and second turn, hit the lower groove. Bill Ashton still hanging tough in the 35, and Lauren Butler. Here she is. I expected to see this young lady running well here at Jennerstown this evening, and she has now made her appearance in the top 5 as they work through turns 1 and 2. Leaders down that back straightaway. Ebling out to a 4-5 car length advantage, but Harvey Harrison really runs that car in deep down in turn 3. Here comes J.J. Pack looking to the outside as they work down the front straightaway and into turns 1 and 2. Pack tries the outside of Harrison out of turn 2. Off the corner, J.J. Pack makes a run to the outside and might be able to make it work. We've seen the outside groove come in here this afternoon. Off the corner they come. Pack still hanging tough on the outside as they battle for second at start finish. Everybody chasing Ben Ebling and that 44 car. Looking just outside the top 5, a battle for 7th is developing. Jared Brocker, the 71 car, up to challenge the 77 of Kevin Cromer. Brocker had a great run here earlier this year in Super Cup competition, leading a bunch of laps. We spoke earlier about bringing that momentum into tonight's race.
Pretty much had the race of our career so far there that night with the Super Cups. And we nailed the setup for the second race. The first race was okay, but I think we finished 5th or 6th, and we were just hanging around mid-pack. And we made some adjustments there for the second race and dialed it right in. Track cooled off. It was right the way our car likes it. And unfortunately, we ran our tires off, though.
Well, Brocker right now watching Kevin Cromer's left front tire smoke as the fender work has pushed down on that tire, but Brocker carrying some momentum here into Jennerstown this weekend. J.J. Pack got by Harrison and now has closed in on Ben Ebling as they work down the back straightaway. A car length and a half, make it 2 car lengths as under heavy braking. Pack takes the car in deep into the high side. Battle across start finish. Ebling and Pack going at it for the race win here. Meanwhile, Brocker trying to find some way around the 77 of Kevin Cromer. With Ebling, Pack, Harrison, Ashton, and Butler, your top 5. We'll come back for a finish at Jennerstown right after this. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by RacingJunk.com and by 303. Keeps your car looking new longer. Ben Ebling and J.J. Pack battling it out with 5 to go here at Jennerstown Speedway. J.J. is closed in on the race leader, looking for his second win of 2019. Ebling looking for win number 6 in 2019. Down the backstretch they go, and J.J. runs out of room, and it is Ebling who gets into 3, a little bit hot, gets it loose, and J.J. Pack takes over the race lead and scampers away with the lead by maybe 5-6 car lengths. Leaders down that back straightaway and into turn 3. Ebling unable to close in. Harrison in that third spot has got Ashton and Butler right behind him across the start finish. Should be 2 to go. Riding with Bill Ashton as he looks at the rear bumper cover of the 51 of Harvey Harrison. Here comes Lauren Butler around the outside. Butler to 4th. She's challenging for 3rd in turns 3 and 4. Harrison on the inside. He gets loose. And Butler's going to get by. Harrison still trying to hang on to that race car as Bill Ashton's going to get by for 4th. Leader down the back straightaway, J.J. Pack, along with Ben Ebling into turn 3. Working their way off of turn 4. And checkers in the air. J.J. Pack is going to win for the second time in 2019. Ebling will finish in 2nd. And finishing 3rd, Lauren Butler in car 53. But J.J. Pack has made his way to victory lane, climbing out of the 61. Hasn't run a lot in 2019, but he's here to celebrate.
JJ, you started in the second row. We knew you were quick, but we had no idea how quick. Tell me about that pass for the win.
I tell you, that was tough. Ben was tough to pass there, and I knew the only way I was going to get him was on the high side, and this thing seems to like that high side, so I just went for it, kept digging.
What a phenomenal pass. Can you tell me a little bit about what this win means to you? What's going through your head right now?
Man, it's huge because, again, Ben has been winning every race. So for me to be able to knock him off the podium, I can't tell you enough how awesome that really is.
JJ Pack, your winner in Feature 1 here at Jennerstown.
Well, congratulations to JJ and family as they have won for the second time. Let's hear from our second and third place finishers.
So we saw an amazing race where you, Harvey Harrison, everybody were battling for the lead. Did you think you were going to win the last time you took the lead?
I was hoping to. I really wanted to. I wanted it bad. This is a track that I've not been that good at before, and I really wanted that win bad. Car just got a little tight, and I couldn't get underneath these guys and race them the way I wanted to, and just got really free going into turn 3 down there. I don't know if I had any help there or not, but just kind of got loose on me. He got by me, so we'll try it again this next race and see if we can't make a swing at it and get it a little bit better.
What does it take as a driver to adapt when the car just doesn't seem to be working in the beginning of the race? How do you hang in there?
We just hang in there by, paying attention to what goes on in front of us and then just seeing what kind of a line that is available at the time and then moving high if we have to, low if we have to, and again, just wait it out. I need to thank my dad for sure. He does all the hard work. My boyfriend, Dustin Gursky here, he's really stepped up to the plate being I'm not around as much. So those are the two main masterminds on this vehicle right now. My mom, who does all our logistics, keeps us in line. My sponsors are here with me, so they come with us every race. So all the support means so much, and especially to all the fans, because without this packed racetrack, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. We do it for the fans.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Lauren and that team in victory lane in the near future. Let's look at our finishing results. JJ Pack, Ben Ebling, Lauren Butler, Bill Ashton, and Ron Langdon were your top 5. Jaron Brocker able to hang on for 6th. Kevin Cromer limps home in that 7th position. Mike Potter, Jason Shue, and Harvey Harrison round out our top 10. Quincy Sponseller, along with Rob Hint, John Kamarinsky, Andrew Kostelnick, Hayden Brothers, and Brent Nelson round out the finishing order. For Nathan Burke and the entire Stop With Motorsports crew, I'm Gene Crane, and we'll see you next time.